Okay, welcome back. In this video for the PT-17, we're going to bind the airplane to the DXE radio. I've chosen the DXE radio because I like it. One, it's very simple, easy to operate, runs on 4 AA batteries, and I think it's going to be a great little transmitter. So I want to get some. It's relatively new. I've done other videos about it, so see those videos. Tell you all the details about it. But we're gonna use the DXE radio to bind to this. The bind button is here, and the bind procedure obviously is push the bind button, turn it on after the airplane has the battery installed. And I'll have to do that off camera because you want to be, I like to be 3 or 4 feet away from the airplane when I turn this on and go into the bind mode for the transmitter. So I've got another battery here. That one's still charging. I always check the battery voltage before I do anything, just to develop the habit pattern. 4.18, so that's a full charge. So here we go. I'm going to flip this over to make it easier to install. Okay. Got to be real careful that tail. It's probably not the best thing to put any pressure on. I'm going to plug this in, put it on the Velcro, and look in here. And I should be able to see. Well, I don't see LED flashing, so tell you what, I'm going to unplug that, make sure it's plugged in well. Typically, you're supposed to see a little LED, red LED light flashing. So I'm going to just do this again. Okay. I'll give it a few seconds. I still don't see an LED flashing in there. Okay. So it's probably flashing now because I heard it just go click. Yep. Okay. So let me show you the red LED is flashing in there. Okay. So I'm gonna go off camera, get 3 or 4 feet away, hold my bind button down, turn it on. Let's see if the LED is steady. Yes, okay. So now the LED in there is steady. And that means it's bound together. So after every bind procedure, as sort of a insurance here, I'm going to put the tail over the back side here. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. Okay. And I'm going to turn the radio off. So now we can start the normal procedure for starting up the airplane. And all I'm going to do is just make sure everything is bound together. So first thing I'm going to do is turn on the radio. Okay, radio's on, and the little light right there is lit. And so now I'm going to plug this in. Okay. Turn it over, wait 5 seconds. And I heard it go click, so it's probably set to go. Okay. Yep, so we're bound together. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the bench test done while it's all sitting here. So all I want to do is make sure that the ailerons are moving in the correct direction. If I move this to the right, this aileron is going up. If I move the aileron to the left aileron goes up. Pull this back, elevator goes up, push the rudder to the right, and if I push the rudder to the right, the tail goes to the right. And I'm going to try high and low rates. I'm going to put it on, I'm going to move the rudder and then move it on low rates. And yes, the rudder moves between high and low rates, so rates are working. The other thing you can do is test the throttle. I'm going to move the stick up more than 25%. Okay. Now what that does is also activates the AS3X. And you can hear this thing going crazy. Okay. And so what you do is, in the book it tells you, you know, do this and this and this and that, and you watch the things jiggle a little bit, and so okay, they're all moving in the correct direction, so it looks like the AS3X is working fine. And so I'm going to consider the bench test to be complete as well. I'm going to turn it over, pull out the battery, and then turn off the radio. I did note that in order for the battery to fit in there correctly, you get the battery all the way forward here, plus you get this little tab to help pull it back out, and that leaves you just enough room to get the connector in. If you don't have it all the way forward, it may not fit in well, and you may have to sort of make sure that that is going to fit well with the battery full forward, and it has plenty of Velcro on the bottom of the battery to hold it in place. So bench test and bind is working well. While I was doing the bench test and all, I noticed that this light went out. I'm going to go ahead and pull the battery out. So it looks like the battery is fully charged. I'm just going to check and make sure that the battery fully charged says what it's supposed to. 4.19 is what it's supposed to say. So we got a good full battery. Battery is charged. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.